So important, and consistency matters, and
Yes.
showing up and being that person that you convey in your marketing and exceeding their expectations. Because in some things that we see in life, it's easy to deliver a very pretty glossy or very pretty video, but results speak and results matter.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another Workout Wednesday. Thank you for watching last week's video. Hope you enjoyed having Tina on for this week. We are back in our Ponte Vedra office with another special guest, Haley Sherman. Welcome.
Hi Noah, thank you very much for having me.
Yes, it is awesome to have you on. Before we get started on today's topic, we haven't really worked much together, so I want to hear just a little bit more about you. It can be, what has your journey been in real estate so far, and just kind of how have you ended up here?
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So my journey in real estate is a little personal and professional. The personal led to the professional. I've had a passion and just have enjoyed real estate while I have been in corporate America in marketing and sales, finding homes, building homes, selling homes. So that led to leaving corporate America and starting in real estate to help support other people's journey throughout the whole process of real estate.
Absolutely.
Especially in new construction in North Florida, in the market that we're currently in, applying my skill set to what people need in today's real estate market.
And have you felt that your time in sales and marketing, has that translated well to being a real estate agent?
Absolutely. I believe it's one of the most important purchases that an individual or a family can make in their entire life. So having that background in marketing and sales, and most importantly, listening to a customer's or a client's goals and what they want to achieve. You can apply that to any sales job, but most importantly in this critical decision of making a purchase of a home.
Now, are you focusing on a particular method? So when it comes to brand building, there's many different ways to go about it. It can be through digital, social media, it can be physical, sending out auto flow postcards, flyers, things like that. Are you focusing on a particular method when you're doing that, or more than one?
That's a wonderful question, and it's something very important to me because all those things that you mentioned are tools in our toolbox. Our brand is who we are, what we convey, and what we want people to remember about us, our company, and what to expect from the service that we provide for them. So I like to utilize any tool at my disposal to convey what my mission, vision, values, and then value to the customer will be. So I use postcards, social media marketing, anything that I can to reach my target audience, or if I have a listing for a property, who that buyer is for that property. So it's working with a company, working for a broker that provides all those resources for you to utilize to support you as a unique brand to deliver that for your customer or end user that you're looking for.
I think too, it's important to get the first impressions matter, obviously, but it's about 7 or so touches that you get with an agent or a client before they can truly understand who you are. So I think it's important in each thing you put out, you don't know what number that people are on. So each thing that you're doing has to be as equal a value as the last, because it all adds up to until they finally decide, like, okay, I'm going to be working with this person because I've seen their stuff and I know they're good. So important, and consistency matters, and showing up and being that person that you convey in your marketing and exceeding their expectations. Because in some things that we see in life, it's easy to deliver a very pretty glossy or very pretty video, but results speak and results matter, especially in today's world, that you'll have someone that will be the person or be better than the person that is conveyed on that marketing piece and deliver the results that they're looking for. Absolutely. So another thing that can define a brand well is the niche that you serve in the market. I think a lot of people, whenever they start out, they don't know exactly where they're going to end up with the type of clients they commonly serve. And then as they venture into their real estate journey, they find that bread and butter area. Is there a bread and butter area for you that you serve primarily among all of your clients?
Absolutely, and I think this is critical to any professional that is looking to serve clients, is that you have a well-defined niche and how you're going to convey that into a benefit to them.
Yeah.
So with my personal experience, new construction and relocation are two huge areas of business that are my strengths. So any new construction, any relocation, but if you're looking at a local market, Nocatee, Ponte Vedra Beach, those are the two areas that I know everything inside and out. What's on the market? What are the trends? What are buyers looking for? What are sellers looking to? How are they looking to market their home? So those are two areas that are very important to me. Right now, reaching buyers in other areas and delivering what opportunities there are here in our market. If I reach a buyer that my niche is not what their goals are, collaborating with partners within our area and our brokerage that have a niche and a strength in those markets. For example, San Marco. A lot of buyers that are moving here from out of state, if San Marco meets their goals, I would partner with one of our partners that would then be the highest level for them to achieve their goals, because then that still stays true to what my values are of delivering the highest level of service to my clients. And if that means bringing in a partner that will do the same for them, I'm absolutely working with a teammate to make that happen.
I love that. So that kind of good segue into this next question. So we were talking a little bit before about what kind of value you want when joining a brokerage. That decision is so important. I think it speaks volumes hearing in the past videos about people talking about our brokerage as well. What was that process like for you? Did you have an interest in joining Berkshire Hathaway? How did you find out about us? And just what was the ultimate decision when you did decide to come here?
This is so important because I remember this like it was yesterday. When you do get licensed, and this is great advice to anyone that's currently looking to get licensed in this market, you are now the client, and you will see a lot of marketing pieces via mail, phone call, that are going to try to schedule a meeting to talk to you. I will never forget receiving the first letter from Berkshire Hathaway, Florida Network Realty, and it just spoke to me. It talked about my goals, me as an individual, how to accomplish that goals, how they will partner with me, and then speaking to the first broker that I worked with here, Holly Hayes. We talked about showing up and being what that marketing piece is. She well exceeded all of those goals in talking to me and achieving that. And then looking about the entire brand that we work under, the values of compassion, integrity, serving, those were all what I aligned with. And not only have I seen that in the first broker that I worked with, but I see that repetitively with everyone that I work with within the organization. They look at me as an individual and how I can accomplish my goals while serving the clients. And then ultimately and most importantly, delivering the results.
So on that note of being with a brokerage, whenever you're meeting with a new potential client on either doing a buyer consultation or a home selling proposal, in those documents we have a mixture of the opportunity to talk about yourself as well as talk about the brokerage. How are you finding that balance of mixing in talking about the brokerage as a whole and yourself?
The most important thing is communication. I'm going to be the first person that they communicate with, but conveying the army behind me. Not just me, but me delivering very specific results. But I keep saying track record of success. If you dig deep into this organization, the track record of success, and they don't just get me, they get the army behind me, the marketing army behind me, the support staff, even up until the title company, the closing, that are just unbelievably reliable, consistent. And I know I keep saying it, but the most important thing is delivering the results that are all of our clients. We are a luxury brand, and what that means to me, I'm delivering luxury service to every price point that I service. It means that I'm going to show up, you'll see me, but you have the entire Florida Network Realty brand standing behind me, ready to go at any moment.
Absolutely. And I think the longevity of the brokerage too speaks volumes as well. Not that there aren't other companies in Northeast Florida that have been here for a long time, but I think just the testament of what Linda has built over these 20 odd years now, from Prudential to now Berkshire Hathaway, has been awesome just to witness in my time here. But it is you're right in saying there's an army of people behind each real estate agent.
And what you just described is the evolution. We don't just stand on a name and stay the same, especially in today's market. It's more important than ever to evolve and have support, to find a way to win and be ready when the market shifts again.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I believe we are, and that will produce for everyone that we work with.
Awesome. So for the final question, what advice would you give to new agents that are just starting out, or maybe even an experienced agent that is struggling with finding out what's going to make them unique in the real estate market?
I think it's so important more than ever to be you, to know what your goals are. If you want support in identifying that, is have a brokerage, work for an organization that supports you identifying what makes you unique, the asset that you are to everyone that you'll come in contact with. Takes time, like we talked about. It takes sometimes 7 touches for someone to identify and want to work with you, is to have a team to support you, to keep going through the more challenging times, and then to celebrate your wins and victories, small wins, big wins. And align with a company, a brand, a team that will help get you there and support you through every single change, and do it with honesty, integrity, and clap for you and want to see you win, want to see you succeed.
Very true.
That's what we're here for.
Yes. I love what you said about making sure that you are you, because I think one of the biggest things, especially in today's world, is the need for authenticity, especially with AI. Not saying that AI is bad at all, but there's a drive to see authenticity in people's business. So that's a very nice thing that you said.
I love to hear you say that, because yes, there are tools like we talked about. AI is another tool, but every description I write about a home that I'm listing, I sit in that moment and reflect on, who am I trying to reach? Who will read this and say, that's a home that I want to go see, and then could see me planting roots and living in.
Yes.
So yes, we'll use AI when needed, but there's something very special and unique about putting our own special touch on things that conveys to our audience.
Couldn't agree more. Well, Haley, thank you so much for coming on today.
So much.
Yes, I will put all of Haley's social media and her website down below and on the screen, so you guys can go check her out further, because she has a lot of great information to give out. But other than that, we will see y'all next week for another Workout Wednesday. Take care.